if then she can.
Individually,
What we do to the public.
not only do young girls. My name is Thomas Surbrook, and also known as Dr. Z.
And I'm Ellen Stofan, also known as Dr. E. Welcome to another episode of Easy Science. So we're here at the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum, and this is an amazing exhibit that I'm so excited about. It's called If Then She Can, If Then She Can, which is all about if you can see it, you can believe it, and we want girls to know they can. They can become scientists, engineers, and technologists. And earlier I got to speak with Dana Bowles.
I know Dana from the work that she does at NASA, and I want to tell you, what she's really helping us with is how to communicate science, not only individually to young girls and learners of all ages, but also rebuilding our entire websites that communicate science to large audiences worldwide.
Dana, I'm so excited to have you here today at the Air and Space Museum, and I'm so inspired by your statue. What is it like to see yourself in orange plastic?
Oh, it's really weird. It's really strange. I never thought I would see a statue of myself, much less a full-scale size one. And being part of the whole collection is just an amazing experience. And meeting the other ambassadors, I'm so honored to be part of such a group.
And what's your story? How did you get inspired to go into space?
I was born with this disability, and so when I was younger, I thought that the best job in the world would be to be in space, where I could float around and I wouldn't need the chair and I didn't have to look up at people, and it just felt like a perfect job to have. When I was younger, I wanted to be an astronaut, and as I got older, I focused more on engineering because I realized that I depend a lot on equipment to be independent, from my chair and my arms, and special equipment to drive my van. So based on all those things, it just felt natural to choose engineering.
You've had some really interesting roles at NASA. Can you tell us about a few of them?
My very first job with NASA was at the Kennedy Space Center. I was a payload safety engineer, and that was an incredible way to be introduced to NASA. I mean, the excitement of working for America's space program, and we used to approve everything that went up on the shuttle or the expendable launch vehicles, the rockets, and I loved everything about it. Just learning about the International Space Station and working on the Mars orbiter, it was just excellent. And then a few years later, I transferred to Ames, and then I worked 3 years as an ISS payload logistics lead, and now I was working with the project that would put up biological experiments on the International Space Station.
So amazing. All that is such great science, and it's really moving exploration forward. And what's your role now at NASA headquarters?
Now I am working for the Science Engagement and Partnerships Division under the Science Mission Directorate. And I manage the day-to-day operations of the science.nasa.gov website. So how can we get our science out to the widest possible audience? And right now we're focused more on this special project where we're modernizing and we're reducing our footprint and improving the user experience to our website.
That's so important, that whole piece of how we communicate what we do to the public to engage and inspire. And so what advice do you give to young women when you meet them?
I think the best advice I can give is to figure out what you love to do. Because if you get a job doing that, then you won't work a day in your life. And more importantly, don't let others' expectations of you, of what they think you should be doing, don't let that sway you from your dreams, because you have the power to make it happen.
That was such an amazing conversation. You know, she is so inspiring to me. I just can't believe what girls must think when they come in here and see these statues. But what I love about this exhibit is that we're celebrating women right now who are making such a difference, and that's really exciting to me. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to the next episode of Easy Science. If then she can. Just can't believe what girls must think when they come in here and see these statues. If then she can.
And we're reducing our footprint.
If then she can.